Hi, I'm Kara O. Welcome to another edition of Lip Smack and Love, and today I'm interviewing a couple that I've known for a long time. You may have seen some of our other interviews where I interviewed Stephen McWright, just the two of us, and Jill Manning, but today I wanted to talk about how they are as a couple. I don't know anybody, well, I know one other couple that has what I perceive from the outside looking in as a really successful relationship. And one of the things that I have noticed in this couple in Ojai and in these two is they're playful. I really, really believe that's important. And they're just playful all the time, and they flirt and tease, and it's just part of the deal. But that's not what we're going to talk about. I'm just, telling you one of the things I love about this couple, and that they have here 18 years later have a very successful, and it, from what I can tell, from the outside looking in, it just keeps getting better as they learn more about themselves and then each other, and then how to do that dance together. Today, they do have tips. Everybody does. My friends in Ojai, I watch them, but they kind of play each other out of it. So we wanted to talk about how they do with tips. How do they handle it? Tell me, when you have a tiff, who starts it, what it's about, and how you deal with it. Because it's different than the average couple.
Well, we've already clarified that we're perfect.
Oh, well, then there you go. So that's it for today now.
Yeah. And it's 19 years, not 18.
Oh, sorry, 19 years.
Yeah. Is it really that long?
He doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't count time.
You do count, though. You count a great deal.
I don't count time. Yeah, that's true.
So, tips. Enlighten us. Oh, great couple.
Yes.
Perfect couple.
Yes.
No,
perfect.
you.
Oh, I'm part of this?
You're part of this.
Do we fight anything?
Tell the story about driving in the car.
Oh, man.
Oh, good.
Okay. All right. We're driving in the car, and the traffic situation changes in such a way that I feel concerned about my safety, number one. And I'm also feeling impatient, okay, because we need to do something in this situation now. Go, woman, I say. And she does. And immediately, the situation gets worse. Instantly, going along with my plan has made everything worse. Now, our lives are still a little more at risk, and there's other people who are affected now that it's even harder to deal with the situation. Would you just let me do the driving? She says,
Are we talking about Jill?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Would you just let me do the driving? She says. And so I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, is this your way of telling me that you would like to be trusted? Is that what you're saying right now? Yes, she said.
That's not really what she said. She said, just
shut the fuck up. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, she didn't say, would let me do the driving. It was more like that. So anyway, after I realized that that's what she wanted, was to be trusted, I felt relieved. Right? So I'm just sitting there relaxed. But I'm still wondering, how do I deal with my need for safety? Okay? So first I asked her, what do you need to have happen in order for you to know that you are in fact being trusted? Have you ever driven with people who trusted you before? And she said, yeah, they don't talk about my driving. That's how I know. So, okay, great. Then I identified one specific instant that happens regularly. She comes to take me to lunch every day, almost. And there's one thing that happens in this driveway every time when I feel concerned about my safety. So I asked her, would you be willing to use a different exit? And she did. So I take responsibility for my needs, and I also hear what she has to say without taking it personally.
Right.
And
it was a big relief, because that other driveway you can see, so the visibility is so much better, and I feel relieved that the situation resolved, because it was such an easy thing. I'm so glad you thought of that.
Plus, I'm relieved now, too, when she drives, because I'm at work. She's coming to get me. I hop in the car, and off we go. Now I am totally at ease. I'm no longer on guard while we're watching.
Except for yesterday, you were a little on on the edge of your
she turns corners a little closer to the curb than
you
I would
like,
because I'm often concerned about people on the sidewalk or her wheels. You know, sometimes people
Do you
just
hit?
step
Do
out.
your wheels hit?
every occasion.
Chris's do too. It's like, why do you do that? I never do that.
It's like you have all this street. You know, you do not need the sidewalk too. This is
I don't drive on the sidewalk.
no, I know.
This is like cars driving. It's amazing how much stuff comes up around driving.
They have control.
Well, and the same as like the road rage thing, and I mean, I really try to be pretty good about it. But I mean, I am more likely to get upset and use that F word when it's like some other driver. But then I remind myself, oops, I've done the same thing. We've all done the same stuff. We've all, I mean, mostly.
Yeah.
So, but it is fascinating how that is kind of part of the deal, and that's the example you brought up of how you you deal with tiffs. We're calling them tiffs as opposed to fighting, because you don't really fight, because you're able to communicate. You're able to communicate and talk about what's going on.
Well, ultimately, we know that we want the same things.
Right.
Usually, when we do see things differently, what often is causing the conflict is not the thing that we want. The strategy for getting the thing that we want, the method, that's usually where the conflict is. You know, both of us want to get from point A to point B safely.
Right.
We both want that. We both want to enjoy the drive as we're going along. Both of us want these things. That's not the problem. It's the method, the strategy. We're leaving through this driveway. We can't see the coming traffic from this angle as well as we would like. Or, you know, when you turn that corner in the way that you do, I do feel concerned about the car and about maybe I see a lot of kids on this one corner who just step off the curb.
Sure.
And I'm concerned about them and her. So it's not about anything that we both want. And that's how almost all of...
Yeah, it's true.
Sex, same thing.
Oh, we're gonna stop you there.
Yeah, this is the story of my life.
Not because not because we're not going to talk about it. Because
I got no answers, fellas.
It's a matter of time. We're gonna get on. They have no trouble talking about this topic, and it's going to be great. But we're running out of time. So, and I have another thing that was brought up in this. I'm all about win-win love, as opposed to the sumo wrestlers, which is typically how most couples do. I want to talk to them just on that topic as well. So for now, we're going to be going right into another topic. I'm Kara O. Stephen McWright, Jill Manning. We're all wishing you lots of lip smack and love. Mwah!